Hi, LysElla here from LysElla.com, and today I'm going to show you one very quick way to increase your email open rate right away. So take a look at this example that I have in front of me, which was one of my clients who had typically about a 10, sometimes 11% open rate, as you can see at this bottom example here. You can see about 12,000 and some opens, but they needed, per standard advice, to get up to more like 20% open rate. And you'll see that by the next email sent, they got up to more like 15, almost 16% open rate. So this is only due to one change. And granted, this one change is not enough to get them to the 20% open rate. There are other things that they needed to implement to do that, to get all the way there. But this one change is always the first thing I look for on any client's account when they have a low email open rate. And that one change is simply looking at your email list and figuring out how many people have not opened your emails recently. So those people are people that you need to delete from your email list. Usually the advice tends to be look back about 3 months, maybe 6 months, do a query, and look for people who subscribe to your list, say 3 months ago or earlier, and haven't opened anything since. Those are the people that you need to remove from your email list. Once you do that, all of a sudden you will be sending to a smaller list of people, but it will be a more engaged list of people. And the reason that you want this is a couplefold. One is that obviously the more people that open your emails, the more people that can take action on them, can click through to do whatever you're offering to them, whether that's selling something, whether that's asking them to take some other kind of action. And then secondly, it has to do with your domain reputation. And what that means is that every email address that is used out there in the world is watched by the different email service providers or the email host services like Google and Hotmail and Yahoo. And when they see that a certain address is sending email and that a very small percentage of the people that they're sending to are opening the email, are engaging with the email, well, then their algorithms basically say, this must be a spammer because nobody's opening them. And the kind of rule of thumb is about 20% open rate. So if your rate falls below that, that's when you start to get marked as a spammer. And what happens when you're a spammer is that your emails get directly shuttled into junk boxes, spam boxes. And obviously, the more of your emails that end up in junk boxes, spam, the more likely or the less likely it is that people are going to be able to even see the email, let alone act on the email. So it's a pretty vicious circle, and that's what you want to stay away from. So this is the very first thing that you do, is you go look at who has not engaged recently and get them out of your email list. That will bring up your open rate immediately. From there are some other tactics that I'll cover on another day that you'd want to take after that fact to continue to bring your open rate up. And one just note here, sometimes people will say, yeah, that sounds like I get it, I understand at least, but we paid so much money to advertise to get these people's email addresses on our list. You know, we've spent a lot of effort, a lot of time to get in front of people who are interested in our products or services. And I get it, I totally understand. But what you have to think about is that this is from the point of view of the consumer. And just think about yourself for a minute. I'm sure you have something in your life that you've been interested in at one particular time in your life, but then have lost interest in, or have been interested in at first because you saw something that you thought was interesting and you thought, oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna click on that and I'll give them my email address. but then you start to receive their content and you think, oh no, this isn't really for me, I'm not interested, and you just ignore the emails after that fact. That happens. And it's a real part of doing business. It's a real part of email marketing and of remarketing. So just know that you're always going to have to be cleaning out your list and replenishing your list, because that's just the way it works. We humans tend not to stay interested in one thing forever. Now, great, when you're at the point where you're building a lifetime brand, then yes, you are working on offering products and services over the lifetime of the person. But when you're just starting out, most likely you don't have a portfolio of products and brands that last over a person's lifestyle and that will definitely be interesting to them over their lifetime. So just take heart. This is normal that you'll have to do this. It's not the end of the world, but it will increase your open rate and therefore will get your emails in front of the people, more of the people who really do want to hear from you.